I had this unforgettable must-share experience back when I was 8 years old. We started commuting to and from our school a roughly 30 minutes ride each way when I was in my second grade. I traveled with my older sister, so I didn't have to worry about directions. We were used to taking one daily route using public ride. But one day, a temporary change on our usual routes was made because the city celebrated its annual festival. Also that day, my sister got sick, so I had to commute alone. I was confident traveling, though there were changes, until we reached a specific and familiar location where the conductor asked everyone to go down, signifying the end of their route. It took me by surprise because I didn't know that it would happen. Again, I was only 8. Then I started to mentally and emotionally panic. The place is all new to me, and everyone seems too busy going to their different destinations, maybe to their workplaces, some maybe to their schools, and no one noticed my struggle since it happened during the busiest part of the morning. I literally got lost. I thought of asking people where to find mozzarella to send me to my school, but because of the festival and because that place was a bit interior, mozzarellas were nowhere to be found. I didn't have much options that time, so as a kid, I was left with only one option. It's to cry. Of course, I was too young to handle getting lost in the city. Then a couple on a motorcycle saw me crying. They asked me if I am a student of the school where they're working, which later I realized their school has the same color with my school uniform. The couple insisted that they're going to send me there, which made me cry even more, and told them, "That's not my school, I am sure." So the couple just left me wondering and went on with their journey. I kept on walking, trying to find familiar places which could possibly connect to my school. But I know in my mind that I was totally in trouble. I was lost, and maybe by the time I get to school, I will be super late already. Plus, I was already feeling hungry because I hiked. Halfway to my unsure path, I spent my pocket money in a little sari-sari store to comfort myself and spared enough for my fare going back. And then I went on with the challenge, this time still crying while walking. While losing hope and getting tempted with food at the same time, I remember the stories that I heard in our church every Sabbath about children in trouble, and I also remembered what my parents are telling me to pray when I am in trouble. So I talked to God loudly, saying, "Please, Lord, I want to go to school. Lead me to the right way." A few moments later, I reached the main highway of the city, passing the city mall and then some famous schools, until I found the radio station, which I know about because my dad loves listening to it. Also from that station, I heard announcements of kids getting lost and later get fetched by their parents. So you know what I was thinking by that time. I really went inside and saw in person that anchorman my dad used to listen. He asked me what's going on and who is my contact. So as an obedient, worried child, I spoke to the mic the way I heard other kids pleaded. I said, "Papa," with his name mentioned. "Please come and get me. I am lost. I still want to go to school." Then the anchorman told me to just stand by and wait till my dad will come and get me. But almost 2 hours had already passed and no dad came. So I just continued walking along that highway and see if I can find familiar places which could lead me to my school. That's how worried I was of my 2 grades. In my innocence, I didn't know that instead of going to the city where my school was, I was actually taking the direction going out of the city and possibly get lost even more. As I was heading to the wrong direction, I saw a very familiar lady sweeping dry leaves outside her house. She was one of my older friends in my first school. She is 6 years older than me. And so I rushed and called her. "Ate, what are you doing here? Do you live here?" Which she also recognized me. I told her what happened to me that morning, so to make the long story longer, she told me she could help me ride a public vehicle going to the market, since I also told her that if I reach the market, I already know how to get home from there. She advised me not to go to school anymore because it was lunchtime already. So I just listened and headed home. I took the journey home, which she helped me with, while feeling both exhausted and devastated because I also had plans for the day. Like, yeah, I was 8 and I surely had friends waiting for me. Then finally I reached home safe and I was shouting and crying as I ran towards Dad. They wondered why I was home too early. I told them, "If you only knew. I went to the radio station asking you to get me and I met your favorite anchorman." Then he answered, "Really? Oh, what a shame. I forgot to turn the radio on today." Then I cried more and told them a story. My mom said not to worry about my missed classes. They are just very thankful I was able to get home safely. After a month since that incident happened, my mom told me that while she is in the market, she saw the ate whom I was telling them who helped me when I got lost. She was thanking that lady for helping me. But suddenly, that lady wondered and asked her, "Why thank me?" That lady said she didn't meet me at all and did not even see me since the day I and my sister moved to another school. She also said that she doesn't have a house in that place nor went to the specific place. After finding out what she said, we felt overwhelmed and were left speechless. Who really was that person who helped me that day? Whoever that person was, I am sure God made his way to show me my way home. My mom said, "Then maybe you just met your guardian angel." That is just one unforgettable testimony that makes me smile every time I remember it, even I already reached this age. Truly, his love, mercy, and grace always amazed me.